welcome to another special episode of Beta TV. My name is Jai, and I'm coming at you from Boston, Massachusetts, as always. So today we are going to be talking about gift ideas, right? So, the holidays are here officially. It's December. So that means you're probably thinking about what are some great gifts to give people. And let me tell you, Beta is a great store to find holiday gifts because nobody else is going to get a gift like the kind that you can get at Beta. You're going to win at gift giving. Just trust me on that. So today, actually, we're going to be talking about things that are good for travel, right? So your people, your friends who have wanderlust, your friends who love going out, the excitement, the adventure of travel. In all kinds of forms. So, we know, obviously, there's a pandemic happening. So, you're not going to be doing a lot of international traveling or even that much domestic traveling either, right? But, first of all, you want to be ready for when things open back up again, because that will happen eventually. And also, whether you're going on a long car ride, whether you're, just commuting to work maybe, even that for nowadays is like a little, adventure, basically being able to commute. So whether you're commuting, whether you're going on an outdoors adventure or some other kind of socially distance kind of travel, maybe a road trip, or if you just want to be ready for when things open back up again, or you want your loved one to be ready, these are going to be some great gifts and some great gift options for you to look at. So we're going to start off. Like I said, we have a wide range. Some that are good for like outdoor stuff, some that are just like good for all types of travel, just commuting, all kinds of stuff. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Lark bottle. This is a self-cleaning and water purification bottle. And it's pretty cool because the way that it works is when you open up the top here, you can actually see that there is a UV light in the cap. So this is a UVC light at, I believe, around 230 nanometers. So it's kind of specially formulated to be able to kill bacteria and viruses. So what it's going to do is this light goes off every 2 hours just intelligently for kind of a 10-second cycle. So it's not going to get like a deep clean, but enough to kind of be continuously like cleaning your bottle. And then if you want to do your own kind of you want to do a deep clean yourself, you can go ahead and just press the top right there. It's glowing blue, so that's how you know it's cleaning the inside. And so it's going to go in there, and what that UV light does is it actually disrupts the DNA in bacteria, viruses, all those kinds of biocontaminants, right? And it will break them down and kind of deactivate them. So they're not going to be able to get you sick. They're not going to cause any kind of odor, and it also stops them from growing. So, that's not to say, it's important to keep in mind that this thing it's not going to take out physical particles in your drink, right? So when you go to like whatever kind of water source you're getting it from, and you want to make sure that it is clear to the eye. There's no like heavy sediments in it, or make sure there's like no chemicals in there or anything, because this isn't going to filter out chemicals, right? So I just want to say that from the get-go, because I don't want you going around like drinking, toxic water, being like the Lark is going to save it, because that requires a little more heft. But for this is good for, if it's a more of like a general kind of whatever water source, tap water, some people like filtered tap water, things like that. This is going to take care of that for you. And then it also has an adventure mode too, which is going to be kind of a higher level of UVC light. And with the adventure mode, it's going to kill, it kills like 99% of bacteria, or like 99.9 in normal mode, and then 99.9999 in adventure mode, right? So both of them are killing it, but with adventure mode, you're really making sure you're getting really deep. And just if you want that extra peace of mind, making sure that your water is nice and clean. Or if maybe you're not as sure about the water source, if you're like out and about, maybe you're at a fresh water stream, which is like, doesn't have any chemicals in it, doesn't have anything crazy going on, but you're just like, I don't know where the freshwater stream has been. So stuff like that in adventure mode. So, you can see how this is good for all kinds of different situations. You know, everybody needs a water bottle. So whether you're commuting to work, I bring a water bottle with me to work every day. Gotta stay hydrated. So you can take it to work with you to stay hydrated throughout the day, and you basically never have to wash the water bottle, maybe a little bit at the top. Just because the UV light doesn't get to the mouthpiece here. But the inside, you never have to clean. So, you know, with like water bottles that you have, sometimes you're like, it starts to smell a little weird, and you're like, why does it smell weird? It's just water. And you're like, you won't have the problem with this. This is gonna clean it all for you, and you'll be fine. So that's really nice. And then also, if you're not, you're outdoors, you're kind of active and stuff like that too, you can just always make sure you have some nice, clean, purified water at your disposal. Yeah, so they have this version, and this is also, it's double wall insulated. So it's gonna keep your drinks, I want to say cold for 24 hours and hot for 12. So and it's primarily meant for water. That's like the main thing that it's used for. So, it's not like you can use it for other things, right? But it might not get as deep of the, purification. It's designed for water. But if you prefer to drink hot water for whatever reason, then you can go ahead and, it's going to keep your stuff hot for 12 hours. That double wall insulation does make it kind of a little on the heftier side, not crazy though. But they do also offer another version called Lark Movement, and Lark Movement is kind of like it's a little less insulated, so it kind of still keeps things, at the temperature you want for not quite as long, but it's also, the trade-off is that it's super lightweight. So if you're really active, you're kind of going around, you want to not be weighed down at all, then Lark Movement is a good one to check out. And as far as gift-giving options go, this is really cool because they actually offer like gift sets. I was looking online, so definitely go and check those out, where you can get like 2 Lark bottles and like a little sleeve for it. They're really cute. And then you can also get them personalized. So like instead of getting a Lark here, you can actually get somebody's name, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so this is a Lark bottle, like I said, good for commuting, good for adventuring, outdoorsing, good for just general travel, all that stuff. The Lark is perfect for, so you'll always have some nice purified water. Yeah, so that's Lark. That's the first one. Next up, we're going to be talking about something called Bite Helper. So Bite Helper, once again, so this is more geared towards kind of like the outdoor adventurers. If you're traveling around, maybe going hiking, which is definitely, it's getting a little colder, but I don't know, people love to adventure in all kinds of weather. So if you're outdoors and you are getting eaten up by mosquitoes or wasps or any kind of other itch-causing, discomfort-causing bugs, this thing is going to help you out a lot. So basically, it uses something that they call thermal pulse technology. They patented, and it basically means like it's a heat and vibration combination. And what that does is it will increase blood flow, localized blood flow to a certain area, and that will actually help neutralize and stop the itching in a bug bite, which is really cool. So you can kind of see this metal bit right here, right? So there's not really a lot of mosquitoes in Boston, but if a mosquito comes along, bites me right here, whatever, it's itchy, and it's good to you want to do this like as soon as possible too, right? Because the faster you get it, you get it there, the easier it is going to be for it to neutralize the itch. If you wait like a couple of days, like it's not going to be as effective. So yeah, whenever you get the bite, you just put it right on here, and there's a button, and when you press that button, it's going to start vibrating and heating up, and it gets pretty warm. So you want to make sure you don't leave it on for more than like 60 seconds at a time. Just give your skin a break, give it a few seconds to breathe. But yeah, and what's cool about this too is like you don't need any kind of chemicals, you don't need any kind of drugs or sprays, whatever, that kind of thing to stop your itching, right? So it's kind of like a easier and safer way of handling your bug bites. And like I said, it's super effective. So if, there are definitely those people out there, if you have a friend who goes outside a lot or likes to, go camping, hiking, that kind of thing. And there's also those people who are just like, feel like there are people, a lot of people come in and see this and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel like mosquitoes love me, So I feel like there are definitely those certain people where it's just like, they get bit more than anybody else, right? So maybe you have a friend who's that person, and they would find this really helpful, especially if they're outdoors a lot, like I said. So yeah, so this is kind of more geared towards your fun adventure outdoorsman type friends. This is a really fun one. I really like this one. So this is called Tepi Pocket Wi-Fi, and it's powered by Sapphire. And so this is basically it's a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot that's personalized and you can fit right into your pocket. So with this, you don't have to spend a bunch of money on data and things like that for your phone plan. You don't have to pay roaming fees because this will work in over 130 countries. And yeah, so anywhere you go, you'll be ready with your Wi-Fi. So Tepi and TEP stands for Travel Everywhere Powered, which makes sense, right? And like I said, you can actually kind of go online and see the full list of countries that it works in. And then if you're like going somewhere where you're like maybe not entirely sure about what the coverage would be like, you can actually get in contact with Tepi, and they'll tell you kind of what kind of coverage there is for whatever area you're in, whether it's more rural or something like that. It's a little less likely you'll be able to get coverage, but definitely good to check. But if you're just doing kind of general sightseeing, traveling, things like that, this is definitely going to be super useful for you. Yeah, so basically the way that it works is it uses cellular connection, not satellite connection. So what that means is it's basically like a virtual SIM card that can kind of change depending on what area you're in. So it will automatically kind of figure out what country you're in and what kind of network operators and providers are in the area, find the best one, and then kind of switch. It has like a bank of SIM cards that it can look at, and it will switch the SIM card depending on where you are. And basically that's how it is able to get coverage. And so you'll be ready to go. And it has like 4G and 3G capabilities. So it has pretty fast kind of upload and download speeds. Like with the 4G, you have just enough to kind of like be able to stream like Netflix and stuff like that. It's not going to be like the fastest ever because it is just this little guy, but it's definitely super effective. And especially if you are like, if you're just on social media or trying to message people or things like that, it's so good for that. And then also you can do the streaming as well. It has 6 hours of battery, so pretty decent, right? A little day about town. And of course, you can always take the charger with you. It's just a little micro USB, right? And then it takes about 3.5 hours to charge, so not too long, overnight, when you come home at the end of the day, just plug it right in. And yeah, so like I said, super effective. You can connect up to 5 devices at once, which is really useful. And so, the whole family can have some. And then on the back here, it actually, it has the Wi-Fi network, and it also has the password right on here. So you'll never kind of be wondering like, what is it? It's super duper easy to use, just like any other kind of Wi-Fi router, except it fits in your pocket. You can take it wherever you want. So yeah, and with these two, they kind of have 2 different ways of using them. So you can either rent a Tepi or you can just buy one. So when you rent a Tepi, it's, I forget exactly. Oh yeah. So when you rent a Tepi, it's going to be about $9 a day whenever you rent it. So you'll kind of request it from Tepi, and it's cool because they can kind of send it to, anywhere in the world. So if you're already traveling and then you're like, oh no, I need a Wi-Fi router or whatever, you can get in contact with Tepi and they'll send it to wherever you are. I actually had a family come in here who had used this before, and they said that they were in like Morocco or something. I want to say Morocco, yeah. And they were like, okay, we need Wi-Fi because we're kind of going all over the place, right? And so they contacted Tepi, and they sent it over super quick. They were super happy with like how fast it came and how useful it was. And they were telling me all about it. They were like, yeah, we love this thing. Definitely, advocate for it. If anybody asks, we say that is good. So, passing that along. So yeah, so you can do that, or you can, if you're kind of a, a frequent, a heavy user, if you, when obviously things get more back to normal, if maybe you travel for work, or if you're maybe a digital nomad, this is really cool because you can buy it for 130 bucks. So it's yours to own. You can keep it forever. And then you pay about $8 a day to use the Wi-Fi, or you can pay 100 bucks for a month. So really, really great, rates, and you are, much cheaper than all the roaming fees you might incur, all the Wi-Fi you would have to pay for in all these different places. So it really cuts down on costs. It makes it super easy to take it with you. And the last thing is, what's really cool about this is there's unlimited usage, right? So you're not going to be cut off at a certain point. You're never going to lose Wi-Fi. It's here for you. So you pay that $8 and you're good for the rest of the day. And you pay that 100 bucks, you're good for the whole month. And just that level of convenience is just unmatched, really. So obviously, like I said, this is really good, especially for people who travel often, and especially to like international places. But since we're in 2020, I just want to also emphasize, even if you're going on a road trip, this is super useful, right? If you're going long distances, and also if you're like, even going camping or something like that, if you're not somewhere like deep in the, forests of whatever, there's a good chance that, they might have coverage. So if you're like going on some kind of trip, and usually when people go hiking, they want to like disconnect and stuff like that, but maybe you have a little work you want to catch up on, but still want to be able to relax, right? And be one with nature. But you gotta check your email every once in a while, right? So you can take this thing with you and check with Tepi and see if you have coverage there, and if you do, then you can kind of go that route as well. So very useful for all kinds of stuff. You'll always have Wi-Fi at your disposal. So that's Tepi Pocket Wi-Fi. The next thing we're going to talk about, we have 5 products today, is called the Only Travel Bag. So let me get that. Bam. All right. So this is like, when we're talking about travel, like this is it. This is like ultimate travel, everything you need, all in one neat package. So you can kind of see like just how thick it is right here, right? And it gets bigger. And I'll show you, I'm not going to get into all the little bits and nooks and crannies because there's just so much. So definitely, if you want to like know really in depth, definitely book a virtual appointment online, and somebody, I or another beta tester can kind of show you every single nook and cranny because there's so much. Or you can, obviously come into a beta store if you live near one and see it in person and feel it in person, right? But for now, I'm just kind of gonna get the main bits. So what's cool about this is it's only travel, right? So it's the only bag you'll ever need. And that counts for, whether you're traveling on airplanes, whether you're going on a road trip, whether you're just commuting, this is a bag for everything and every kind of movement that you might be doing. So you can see here, it kind of has 3 different sections, and I'm going to kind of take it apart. So they have kind of a backpack pack and a front backpack, and then the middle rolling pack. And so it's really cool because it's modular into 3 different of those modules. So when you unzip here, you get the first backpack, right? Nice and slim. And then you can also unzip the front. I always forget where the zippers are because I'm forgetful. Oh, there we go. So you can also unzip the front backpack, right, like that, and you'll have another type of pack, right? So the difference between these 2 kind of little backpack pieces, let me set this down, so this one is kind of like your, day out in town, kind of just simple, easy, definitely good for commuting because you see just how slim it is. So this bag is really good just for, kind of everyday use, right? What's cool about it too, so you see here, you're like, how is it a backpack? There are no straps. Since this was on the back of the luggage, you don't want straps hanging out. So you can just actually open it right here and pull the straps out, nice and easy. And then you just attach them to the bottom here. and then all of a sudden you got a backpack. And what's nice about these is, you know, they're nice, secure straps, really comfortable, honestly. And, you know, they're nice and cushioned right here. And they have the mesh covering right here, so it's actually going to be super breathable as well. Oops, sorry if I'm making noise on my microphone. Yeah, so it converts right into this backpack. You even have space in the back here to put things. And in the front, you know, you can keep a map, you can keep whatever you need. And they also have these easy pockets, easy access pockets. And these are RFID blocking as well, which is always useful, always good to have. So yeah, you can just open it right here, super easy access. You can get to everything you need. And then if we open it up here, it opens up super wide, which is nice. So, you know, if you just need to open up just the side or whatever, you can do that. But if you need to, especially when it's on the luggage, if you need to open it really wide, you know, get your laptop out when you're going through security, right? Or if you need an extra coat, you know, while you're out in town, you can just put this on here and it's going to keep it nice and compressed, which is nice. So you're going to get as much space as possible. And you'll be able to, you know, safely carry your laptop, tablet, whatever. So you can see how this is good because when I come to work, I bring a water bottle, I bring my laptop, I bring my coat, I bring some lunch. You know, like those are like the basics, right? So laptop, coat, you know, wallet, T-Pass, keys, and then you can also, all of these units are actually, maybe it's not this one. Oh, never mind. That's the other backpack. But the other backpack is actually expandable. So if you want that extra space and the spot for like the water bottle and stuff, you can get that with kind of that backpack, or you can kind of go with this for you know, a lighter load, you could say. So yeah, so this is kind of the first backpack unit, and then they also have this bit, and this one is really cool because it actually is really good for when you're traveling on airplanes. So if you see this these little back Velcro straps, so these double as the backpack straps themselves, but also whenever you go on a plane, right? If you can imagine, like, how do I imagine this? Like if, you know, this is a seat right here, and you know how they have the little table, right? And the table comes down. So when the table comes down, you can actually put this, so you put it under the table and then you strap it over, right? And then when you close the table up, this is going to come with it, and then you have it right here. So it's going to free up leg room, right? If you don't want to, you know, be all crowded down there. And then whenever it's, you know, when it's facing you, when you imagine you're sitting in an airplane, right? You'll have easy access to everything that you need. So if you open up right here, you can get, you know, your little tablet. You can keep, you know, pens, pencils, whatever you need for your trip. If you want to work, if you want to watch movies, right? You can actually bend this down right here and keep like your tablet, your iPad, whatever, actually on this as a little stand. So whenever you watch movies or if you're typing away or whatever, you're nice and comfortable. And then of course it has this little like spot here for charging all your charging needs, right? And then once again, you know, the easy access pockets are always great. It gets really big as well. And so all of this is really useful to just have right in front of you while you're flying. And this is the one that is actually expandable. So if you want that little bit of extra space, you can make it as compact or as large as you need. So if I open it up here, bam, right? Look at that. it opened right up. So you have even extra space. And then this is kind of where you would keep water bottle, you know, umbrella, whatever you need. And it also has one on this side. And then when you open up the whole backpack, you know, it's just like a regular old backpack, right? So everything you need is in this little guy. And, you know, they have extra pockets in the back here, literally so many pockets. You cannot have enough pockets, right? And then here's a big one. Here's a really fun one. So you can actually combine both backpacks together. Once I find there it is. So if I zip this up right like that, all of a sudden you have a huge backpack. And, you know, this is something if you're in school, if you have to go to work, if you're literally anything, if you need a backpack, this is perfect because you can make this as big or as small as you need, put whatever you need in there, and have all these different options for, you know, what's going to be right for you in that day, in that moment. And so if you're, you know, like I take the T almost every day. Sometimes I ride my scooter, but I take the T a lot. And so sometimes, you know, it's not been as crowded, but, you know, especially when things get back to normal, if things get a little crowded, you can kind of make it tighter to make sure you're not getting caught on anybody. Or if you're just out and about, if you're going backpacking, actually, they also offer a hip belt that you can put right around here and wear it if you're backpacking too. So yeah, you can see how this is just kind of the ultimate travel companion. And then the last thing is obviously the rolling pack. So this is just like, you know, I was going to say it's like any other suitcase, but it's not like any other suitcase. So if you unzip this right here, this is where you're going to find your handle, right? So it's stowable. You can see there. And it rolls and everything. It's got those wheels, right? And then if I put it back down here, zip this back up. Yeah, so it's a rolling pack. It has the side pockets, which are really nice. A front pocket for easy access if you need to get to anything, you know, fast. And then, there we go. I open this up. So you can see here, it has, you know, the front mesh bit here, and these are packing cubes, which we're going to get to in a second. But also in the bottom, they actually have like the little, you know, strap here to keep things compressed, and some extra pockets inside as well. So the last thing of this kind of whole pack is the packing cubes. So they actually, with kind of the all-inclusive bundle, or you can get the packing cubes individually as well. You get these different things that kind of help you, you know, pack your perfect suitcase. So this one is for toiletries. This one is for 2 different pairs of shoes. And this one also has like the compression straps as well. So you can make sure you're getting as much space as you need, if you need to like pack it tight, you know. This is just for kind of small items, chargers, things like that. And this one is for shirts and pants. So you can actually open this up, you know. It has this little bit in the middle so you can do kind of, you know, multiple articles of clothing, right? And you can fold them up, kind of, you know, have that little space in between. And then have this little material here to just wrap right around it. And then bam, it's nice and compressed and secure. And it has that on both sides. So you can fit, you know, several outfits in this thing, but in a nice, neat little square, right? And then they also have a socks and underwear bag, right? Everybody needs that. And these are also designed to fit well, the shirt, the pants, the underwear, and I believe like the small items bag is also like designed to fit perfectly into the backpack as well. So, you know, whether you need a weekender or a long trip, you're kind of, everything's accounted for. The last thing I want to show you is the suit folder. So this one's really nice because it keeps it nice and folded. So if you're going on a business trip, right, you can just open it here, and it comes with a hanger and everything, which is super nice. You just open it up. You can keep your suit in here, and keep it nice and, you know, tidy for as soon as you land. You can get into your business attire and go to town, right? And then you fold it right back up and put those, you know, straps on to keep it secure, and then pack it right back up. All right, so the last thing we're going to be talking about on this extra special holiday traveler video is the MyJet neck pillow. So this guy's really great. This is a kind of premium luxury travel pillow, unlike anything you've probably ever seen. So I have had like the same travel pillow for, I don't even know how long, like too long. I should honestly get rid of it now that I think about it. It's like pink. It has like polka dots on it. Oh goodness. I've dropped it on the floor so many times. It's probably gross. Anyways, I could probably use this now that I think about it. But this is kind of the next level, right? So it's not just like the, you know, regular old pillow, with the cotton inside or whatever. This is luxury, right? And it's also super adjustable. This is actually designed by physicians, keeping in mind, you know, kind of the Everybody's body is individual, and everybody's kind of neck and head and everything can be super sensitive. So you want to make sure you take care of it and you're supporting it as much as you can. So this is definitely something that's good to see in person too, because I wish you could feel this material because it's so soft and so squishy. It's basically like memory foam, right? And everybody loves a good memory foam mattress. I know I do. So this is like just having one right around your neck. So, and it's not just the softness that makes it luxury, right? Every aspect of this pillow is super adjustable. So it actually has this structure on the outside that no other travel pillow you see anywhere is gonna have, which allows it to kind of be widened and hold its shape, or kind of close it tighter and hold its shape. So what that enables you to do is be able to adjust the tension that you're getting around your neck. So if you want to be super rigidly and tightly kind of supporting your neck, you can do that. And if you want it to be kind of more of a gentle support, then you can pull it out. If you can kind of, I don't want to mess with my microphone, so excuse me if that happens. But yeah, so if I want it like kind of more gentle, we're chilling, no big deal, whatever. And then if I just want to get locked in, I can do that too. So you can see here, oh, I feel like I could fall asleep right now. Yeah, so this internal structure that it has, which no other travel pillow is gonna have, really is able to let you kind of adjust that firmness. What's also cool about it is it has this little pocket in the top here where you can actually put temperatured kind of inserts. So you can put either a cold pack or a heating pack, which they actually give you a couple in the package when you buy it. You can put it right in there and be able to cool down or heat up your neck, whatever the mood is. Sometimes planes can get cold, so it might be nice to have that little bit of heat, right? A little bit of luxury. And so you can do that. Also, what's cool about this is you can actually unzip it right here, and these are what the memory foam inserts look like. So if you want your pillow to be super thick, you can do that. But if you want it to be a little thinner, you can also take these out and be able to adjust kind of the height and the thickness of the pillow as well. I don't want to completely disassemble it, but you can kind of see just how many like little pieces that it has, and you can kind of adjust that however you see fit. So it's really like you have so much control. They really understand that everybody's anatomy is different and everybody's needs are different. So with this pillow, you'll be able to adjust to whatever you see fit. And then the last thing that's really cool about this is it actually has like a strap that comes with it, and you can actually like put it on the backs here, and then you put it on the back of your plane seat, car seat, whatever, and just be able to kind of chill here. And it's designed to kind of sit at a decline like this, which is going to provide you more support than having it just straight up and down. So if you have this decline, right, it's going to support your neck and just kind of give you that gentle support there, and it's going to be able to hold it back against the plane seat, so you're not going to be moving around, and you can just kind of chill, So yeah, so with this, usually people think of these things, they think of airplanes, but if you're going on a long car ride, like I said, or even if you have any kind of like neck or head struggle or pain or anything like that, this is really good because it's actually, designed by physicians to give you that really nice, soft, needed support. So, if you know somebody who has neck pain, back pain, anything like that, this can be really useful to kind of provide some nice, gentle support for them. It can be a really thoughtful gift. And then also, once again, if you're going, somebody who goes on a lot of road trips, if you know somebody who flies a lot, outside of the pandemic, right? It's always the precursor, I have to say. Then this is perfect. It's gonna last a long, long, long time, and be able to provide them comfort for years to come. So yeah, that is the MyJet. It's MyJet luxury travel pillow. All right, well, so that is all for this video. Those are all the products I had to show you. We had the Lark bottle, the Bite Helper, Teppy Pocket Wi-Fi, the Only Travel Bag, and the MyJet Luxury Travel Pillow. So definitely go onto beta.com and kind of check out all those things to kind of see more details, and if you want to kind of do more research, anything like that. And then if you want to get a more personal approach and kind of see how these these products are going to fit your life specifically, you can book a virtual appointment once again on beta.com. And I or another beta tester can go ahead and talk it over with you. You can express any kind of concerns. We can address those for you, and just figure out what's going to work best for you and fit your life. And, or the person you are gifting this to life. I hope that this gave you some really good ideas for the gift giving season, and all those, wanderlusting friends and family and loved ones you may have. So if you want to know more, like I said, check it out. Come to a beta store. We would love to have you. And I hope you guys all have a super duper happy holiday. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye.